Hello, great learners. You're welcome to Maths Theatre TV. This is Mr. Innocent. On this channel, we groom our grade 12 learners preparing for their Waec and Jamb examination. So if you're seeing this channel for the very first time, do well to hit the like button, subscribe, and most importantly, turn the bell notification on so you get instant notification when we post some of these interesting lectures. Now, for today, what are we looking at? We're looking at exponential quadratic equations. We're looking at exponential quadratic equation, and the question we have there says 5 raised to the power 2x minus 3 minus 126 in bracket 5 raised to the power x minus 3 plus 1 equals 0. Now, these are some of the questions we do see from our Waec and Jamb questions yearly. Now, how do we handle this? Now, if you recall, from indices, we're told that what? When you divide two terms that are similar, you subtract their powers. So that simply means that this expression we have here, 5 raised to the power 2x, can be written as what? 5 raised to the power 2x divide 5 raised to the power 3. From indices law, this is equal to this. Because since the bases are the same, we pick one of the base, and since we're dividing, we subtract the powers. So coming down to the next one, we're going to have minus 126. Here we're going to have same thing again, applying indices law here again. This should be what? 5 raised to the power x, all raised to the power, all ratio 5 raised to the power 3. Then plus 1 equals 0. Now, we got this from one of the laws of indices, like I've said. Now, from here now, what do we do? Now, this expression here, 5 raised to the power 2x, can also be written as what? Can be written as 5 raised to the power x, all raised to the power 2. Also from indices law as well. Why? We can return this back to this by saying x times 2, that will give us 2x. So now we're doing this so that this can also what? Look similar as this. So we have 5 raised to the power 3 minus 126 in bracket 5 raised to the power x, all raised to 3 plus 1 equals 0. Now from here, we're going to give this term a name. So we can say, okay, let y equals 5 raised to the power x. Let y equals 5 raised to the power x. Now, if we say that now, here becomes what? Here becomes y, since the 5x is equal to y now, y squared, all ratio what? 5 raised to the power 3. We can expand that already. That's 125. That's 5 times 5 times 5. Then minus 126. Then the 5 raised to the power x again, we said we've called that y. So that'll be y. All ratio 5, 5 raised to the power 3. So that's 125 as well. Then plus 1 equals what? Equals 0. Now from here, we can look for the LCM. LCM of 125, 125, and 1 here will give us what? Will give us 125. Will give us 125. Then 125 divided into 125, that's 1. Then 1 times y squared, that will give us y squared. The sign there is minus. 125 also divided into this, that's 1. 1 times this, that will give us 126y. Then we have, here is 1. 1 divided into this is 125. 125 times 1, that's 125. Then the right hand side is 0. Then by principle of cross multiplication, if we cross multiply, this will multiply the 0. So we end up having y squared minus 126y plus 125 equals what? Equals 0. Equals 0. Now this has taken us to what? To quadratic equation. From exponential to quadratic, we are now at quadratic. So what do we do here? We solve this now by our factorization method. First of all, by looking for the factors of what? Factors of the last term there, which is 125. So factors of 125. Factors of 125 will be what? 1, 1, 5, 25, and 125. Now, these are the numbers that can divide 125 without a remainder. So what do we do from here? We're going to look for a pair of factors here that we can add to get the middle term, also putting the sign into consideration, and we can add to get minus 126, and we can multiply to give us 125. Now, if you agree with me, 1 and 125 will be the ID factor what? ID factor to use, in the sense that what? Minus 1 and minus 125 will give us what? If we sum this up, it will give us minus 126. Then if we multiply both of them, it will give us positive 125. So all we need to do now is to what? Add the variable to both of them and use both of them, now both of these factors now to replace the middle term. So that gives us y squared minus y. We don't need to put the coefficient. Coefficient is 1. We know that already. Then minus 125. We use the two factors to replace the middle term. Then plus 125. The last term there then equals to 0. Then we group and factorize. We group this and we group this. Now, the common factor between these two is what? Is y. Now, y into y squared, that will give us y. Y into y, that's 1. Yes, negative. The common factor here is 125. 125 into 125y. Y is remaining. Negative 125 into positive 125. Negative positive give us negative. Then 125 into 125 is 1. Then all equal to what? 0. Now, both terms are the same. They will pick one of it. And the ones that are not the same, the ones that are outside the bracket, will enclose them in their own bracket. And that will be equal to what? 0. So from here, we solve the bracket individually. So from the first one, y minus 1 equals 0. This is going to give us what? Y equals what? Y equals 1. When the 1 crosses to what? To the right-hand side. Also, from here, y minus 125 equals 0. This will give us y equals to what? 125. When the 125 crosses the right-hand side. But that's not the value of our answer because we are asked to find the value of what? The variable here, the variable x, and not actually what? Y. But recall that what? That we said, let 5s equals y. Now that we have the two values of y, we cannot get the corresponding values of what? Of x. So recall, say but y equals to what? 5 raised to the power x. So if y is 1 there, if y equals 1, so that will now give us what? 1, we replace the y with 1. This equals to what? 5 raised to the power what? X. Now from indices again, we recall very well that what? Whatever is raised to the power of 0 is equals to 1. So that means this one can be written as 5 raised to the power 0 equals to 5 raised to the power x. So that 5, we cancel out 5. So our value of our s is what? 0. Then also, if y equals 125, since we have two values of y there, so that becomes what? That becomes 125, replacing y now, equals 5 raised to the power x. And if you turn 125 as an index of 5, that will give you 5 raised to the power 3 is equals to 5 raised to the power x. Again, the 2 5 will cancel out, so our s is equals to 3. So therefore, the two values of x for that what? For that equation is equals to what? S is equals to 0 or 3. And that becomes the solution to this very exponential quadratic equation. So if you've gotten the value from today's lecture, why not give us a like on this particular video, subscribe, and most importantly, turn the bell notification as we keep posting important what? Important lectures like this from the Waec and the Jamb syllabus. This is Math Theatre TV. One more time, don't forget, if you have gotten any value for today's lecture, do well to hit the like button and turn the bell notification on so you get instant notification when next we post interesting topics like this. So until I see you in our next lecture, don't forget, your success is my delight. Peace.